Hey everyone, welcome to another hard news breakdown here on Shodo Pop. Alright, as always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos, and today, we got tons of news. A lot of it happened within the last few hours, so I had to quickly update this episode, but we got it in time. So today we're going to be talking all about the Kamen Rider Candy Toy news blog, and then after that we're going to get into some Sentai stuff, specifically with some Biohunter Silva news, and then a little bit of actual Minipla news. But before all of that, let's take a look at CHODO Ultraman coming back for once. Yeah, this line's not dead apparently. This, and I gotta say, special thank you to the Kamen Rider Candy Toy calendar, or just the Candy Toy calendar, for giving me these beautiful looking HD quality images. We did not get an actual blog post. Like I said, this did come from the calendar. This was an update from there. These figures come out in March. This is CHODO Ultraman 8. And yeah, out in March next year. This comes with Ultraman Nexus Genesis version, Evil Tiga, Ultraman Jack, and Gudon, and I assume that one is the monster looking dude. There is a fifth box in this set, and it is an expansion parts set. This is typical for Shodo, or at least CHODO, and you know, CHODO and Shodo to an extent, they do typically do older figures, and this makes sense, but it is a little jarring that, you know, this being one of the only Candy Toy lines for Ultraman, that we're not getting any sort of new character representation. No Zet, none of his forms, none of that, not even the new Jeed form. And there is a new Ultraman conspiracy movie coming out as well, and those feature updated versions of older suits, or even just, you know, shy of the camera suits. So, it's interesting that they didn't decide to dip into any of that. But hey, you know what? Line's not dead. There's still time. I can't wait to see what goes on with the Ultraman stuff. Anyway, that's it for Ultraman. I don't know if pre-orders are up yet, but if they are, the links will be in the description down below. Or you can head on over to our Discord, where we just have a little portion of the server dedicated to, hey, things are up, go get them now. So yeah, go ahead and do that if you're interested. But like I said, that's not all the news we got this week. Let's move on into the Kamen Rider Candy Toy news blog. Man, I almost said the Hard Guardian. This is the Invading Horseshoe Crab Raider, or it actually has a different name, but we'll get to that. This is incredible. This is everything I wanted, and also it comes out in Kamen Rider Saber Book 2, because obviously it wouldn't have the line to itself. So yeah, let's check this guy out. Oh, that's not the right button. But yeah, the first thing they wanted to talk about was this gun, and it is like one of the most realistic looking guns that they've ever worked on, and they noted as much, saying that it has, ooh, yeah, a lot of power. And it does look good. It also looks good when you pair it with the Jackal Raider that came out in the wave before it. Oh man, I'm just so excited about this. But obviously, you know me, I'm an army builder, and this works best as an army, and I'm so excited. But that's not all the blog gave us with this guy, because actually there is another figure in this set. Can you tell the difference? It's a little tough. It was tough on my eyes, but this is actually from one of the movies. I think it was the crossover with Geo, where these are actually Magir. So these are Magir evil versions, and you can see it has the little thing on the earpiece, as well as the different legs here with the bone pattern. So these are two separate figures, and now you can display it with all of your Jin and Hirobi figures, so that's really cool. Like I said though, there was something strange about the name. There was apparently a debate between, hey, is this called the Invading Horseshoe Crab Raider or the Battle Raider? This is in reference to the first one. I believe the second one, the second figure in this set, just it is whatever name it is. I'm not quite sure what it is. But the first one, it had 2 different options for the name. So they just decided, hey, we don't have a lot of stickers in this set, so we're just gonna give you both, and you can decide for yourself which one you want. And you know what? I respect it, and I want both. So this is really good for me. I live and die by the sticker. But hey, that's not it for these things. This is the full wave layout. We finally get it. All cards on the table here. And we finally get to see, one, the layout of Dragon Jakun form. It's looking like the parts for the Jakun form is mixed in between with all the dragon parts as well, so you can't just buy one box, you're gonna have to buy both to complete the whole thing, which, I get it, you're a toy company, you gotta do it, I understand. It's a little scummy, but yeah, fine. And then also, the entire bottom row, half of this thing is 0-1, and you know what, I guess this is a slight improvement from book 2, because it was 2/3 Saber and 2/5 Saber and 3/5 0-1, and here it's 50-50, so that's pretty good. So this basically let us know that we are getting 2 different releases for the Battle Raider and the Magyar version of it. And they're just going to be released in the whole box. And if you remember at the beginning of our coverage of this, they said, hey, we're doing away with the complete boxes. So, you know, that led us to believe, oh no, we might have extras going forward. But these are 12 unique pieces in one box. And if you go on to AmiAmi, and purchase a box or pre-order a box, it is just the 12 pieces. This is a 12-piece set. So there are no duplicates in a box, is basically what I'm saying. Presumably they got rid of the complete sets, because these boxes, these full boxes, are going to be complete sets. I'm not 100% sure, but the listing for book 3 leads me to believe that, you know, that's the case, because, you know, it basically gave us the same amount of information, you know, 12 boxes divided up by a maker's rate of 12. So that means 12 of these are going to be in here. I don't know how else to sort of say this. You're getting everything you need, and that's it for this. Like, you don't get any extras, presumably. We haven't seen any in-hand images, but presumably you are getting everything you need out of an entire box. Hopefully no dupes. And that is incredible. That is so awesome, and I'm so excited that you, like, month to month, you're just gonna get a whole box of 6 figures, and you can just open them all. Anyway, that's it for book 2. Next week we're going to be talking about book 3, I believe, or as early as next week we're going to be talking about book 3. But the blog didn't leave us with just that. We also have some Gaim stuff. Now, this is basically what we already know about Shodo Gaim. It's just translating that to Ryugen and Zangetsu. So let's first dive into Ryugen, and here's what his box looks like. Here is him basically naked. The thing to note here is that he does have the extra gold trim on the undersuit that is just going to be covered up by the armor, but they decided, hey, let's go the extra mile. We want to, you know, make the unarmored experience as good as possible, and they're doing it, and I very much appreciate the look of this. Here it is from the back. You got a lot of the Japanese text there, but you know, that's just toy safety stuff or toy standard stuff. I don't know how this works. But hey, the torso, or not torso, more the crotch, it has a little, it's not connected to the belt. The flap is not connected to the belt. And that is what originally happened on the initial Candy Toy figure, but on this version, there's just a separate hinge for the front skirt. And that's really interesting, because if you guys have your hands on shodo-x 2, you'll know that Garza actually has a similar skirt situation, and it is able to swivel on that axis. I'd show you right now, but I don't actually have it on hand with me. But you could potentially swivel it side to side and also front and back. We're not entirely sure yet, but I am interested to see. So yeah, that's that. Let's talk about the armor, and it looks fantastic. Back here, the top part, that top little frill part, that's made up in both PVC and ABS, just because, you know, they wanted to get those sharp edges into the frill. So that's done in PVC. And then the head, looking fantastic. There's a lot of gold paint here, and what it isn't painted, you know, you've got like some trim stickers, and I appreciate that. About the same for the chest. We're getting some sticker detail round about the kidney area, but the main grapes are all good. And then just some really good molded metallic purple plastic here for the shoulder pads, and I really like the way these look. Yeah, here it is from the back and the front, looking very good. They said they struck a good balance between stickers and paint. Here's the gun though, and that is fully a sticker. There are tons of details underneath, and they said, hey, you know, for all our fans who paint them, hopefully, you know, you'll get something out of this, because there's tons of detail underneath there. And it looks good enough in hand with the sticker. I like it. I like it a lot, because you're not getting that sort of like curvature pattern down in that little gold area toward the front. So yeah, that's nice. And it has the little grapes in the front. Yeah, there, that's a better image. Has a few of those grapes in the front there that shoot out, I guess. Yeah, it looks good. It also has all of the hands that came with the other Gaim figures, so you can make him look like he's shooting like John Wick if you want. Also, shooting upward. There are tons of these images, but more importantly, the sword holding hands really help if you have a sword. And this, I believe, is harkening back to the final episode of Gaim, so that's really cool. I like that. Hey, let's move in to Kamen Rider Zangetsu, and he's looking fantastic as well. Same stuff. Boxes. We got the front, the back, the front of this guy for the ride wear. The thing about the ride wear itself is that it does come with his sword, and it is his sword specifically. They do put in that extra detail of his logo on the Muso saber. Let's get into the armor, and yeah, this Melon Defender looks really good with the armor. I don't know why these are all out of order, but let's talk about this head. Crest is done in beautiful, beautiful gold paint. And then we have, you know, the typical eye stickers. The back of the head and all over the armor is done in this beautiful knurling, or I don't really know what to call it, but it is that melon grain, that melon detail. And it looks so good and so accurate too. It is absolutely beautiful, and the crisp lines you get there with the separation from the melon, like the inside and the outside, it's so extra, it's so exquisite, and we're getting this at retail for retail price. This is not a premium item. This is so good. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about that Melon Defender again. There's a lot of stickers on here, which kinda sucks, but you know what? It's the trade-off. It's the compromise. There are two peg holes in the back. The top one, that one's for, I believe both of them are actually for the handle itself, just different ways to hold it, and each of those pegs are stand compatible, so it works out perfectly. But yeah, here are a few images with him just holding it, standing, looking cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here. It looks really awesome. This is a different way to hold the shield as well. You can have him throw it with the Shokugan base. But yeah, that's basically it. There's also the possibility of form changes. Ryugen looks good here, but a lot of the white is covered up by the shield, so as long as you're covering up the white, he looks fine. And then when you get to Zangetsu with the grape arms, doesn't look that great. But hey, at least you can do it. It's fun. It's a little play pattern, and it's a good time. Hey, that's it for the Gaim stuff. Now, let's hop in to the Sentai news, and we will start with this silhouette, because yes, today we got brand new images of Biohunter Silva. That's right. We did not get this from a blog post. This just went up on Premium Bandai. I believe, hopefully, we're going to be getting a blog post soon, and maybe within the few hours that this episode goes up, or even now as I'm talking. Who knows? It's going to be very unfortunate if I'm very late on these. But hey, Biohunter Silva is here, and he looks awesome. And he is a standalone release. I believe he was like 24 something yen, 2400 something yen, and comes out in April with none of the Biomen. You can get him on Premium Bandai right now. He looks fantastic, and he also comes with tons of option parts, a bunch of swappable hands, a holstered and unholstered version of the gun and holster, and then like these little extended bits for his elbow here. So that's really nice. But then the Premium Bandai listing also put up this image. This I don't even think this is an image of a Miniflaw figure. This might just be a screen grab from the show, because this is his main mecha that he used against the Biomen, and that must be coming soon to Super Minipla. So that's very, very exciting. They're going all in on villains, and, you know, the traditional belief. You've heard me say it, you've heard Malunis say it, you've heard Josh say it. Everyone, the traditional belief for Sentai Rider or anything is that the villains don't sell. So it's amazing that we're actually getting a shot at something like this, like going full force. Even without the rest of the Ranger figures, we're getting the villain first and his mecha. That is incredible. So yeah, Super Minipla. Hopefully that gets announced soon from the blog itself, because I do want to get into the nitty and gritty and see what else they have in store for, or just some tidbits and stuff about the figure itself. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, you can pre-order this on Premium Bandai Japan. There are links in the description down below. Get your middlemans on there, or you can pre-order it right now from Collectibles if you're in the US or wherever else he ships to. Those pre-orders are up for $48, which seems steep, I understand. But, you know, once you factor in all the shipping costs and all the middleman fees, you're basically getting, you know, the same price or less with Collectibles, and not as much of a hassle. Free shipping to you, so that's really nice. Not for this guy though. I'm talking about Biohunter Silva. This guy has yet to be released. So yeah. Anyway, those links are in the description down below. But hey, that's not it. Let's talk more about some Minipla. We actually got some images of, I believe this is EX. Minipla EX for Kira Major. This is the brand new mech from the show. This is the breakdown for each of the parts, and these are looking very interesting. This sticker is doing a lot of work on the halberd. Is that the weapon? And that's very interesting to me. I wonder how that's all gonna shake out. There are these little circles, these little gold plastic circles poking out of the mecha itself, so that's interesting. I don't know how else they could have rearranged something like that. That's just gonna have to be part of the mold. But hey, the rest of it looks good. This looks awesome. You get a separate head, you know, as Super Minipla tends to do. You get a separate head, separate, more articulated head for this release. And then yeah, this is it. All, you know, I believe King Ariden's master just as himself. And then him, Embark, that's his name. Him holding all of the Kira Major mechs, and then them all combined together. That looks really neat. Anyway, that is it. That is all for the news. We have been here for 20 minutes. Thank you. Thank you so much for sitting through all of that, because it was a whole lot of news. And hey, thank you so much for subscribing, because apparently 190 of you already have. We're getting very close to 200, so if you have not subscribed, please do so already. But if you have, thank you so much for helping us get here. It's been awesome. And while you're here, why don't you head on into the links in the description down below to get your pre-orders, to get anything else, maybe to get the link to the Discord, or some links to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating money, signing petitions, and watching videos. In the description and in the end card of this video, there is a playlist available full of videos that donate their ad revenue to the Black Lives Matter movement, so you basically don't have to do that yourself. You just watch the video, engage with the media, and the money gets donated. It's a win-win situation. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep it. Hell yeah.